For those of you who are trying to build muscle, I know the current trend in the muscle building and the bodybuilding industry. I say muscle building and bodybuilding because they're two different things. Bodybuilding is different because you end up competing on stage and you end up doing some dangerous stuff, especially when you're dieting for a competition. But when it comes to muscle building, you can build muscle a lot healthier by eating real food. I started fitness industry over 4.5 decades ago. And when I started, it was frowned upon to eat foods that are ultra processed. Now, obviously, it's become the norm. Every time you go to the gyms, you see people drinking energy drinks, you see people drinking all this protein stuff and all this whey protein. They're not food, in my opinion, but that's not the point. The point is there is better protein sources. Apart from eggs, I believe red meat is the best protein for building muscle, like steak. I eat steak every single day. Now, I've eaten steak for years because I know that, for instance, if you eat a certain amount of steak, there's so much creatine in it. I started bodybuilding. I watched things like Pumping Iron, and I know Arnie then was eating a lot of steak. All the bodybuilders back in the day when I was younger, all of them ate lots of eggs and lots of red meat. And Vince Gironda, who was one of my heroes, I used to read his stuff all the time. Vince Gironda and my former coach, Johnny Fuller, used to advocate a lot of red meat. Now, why do I say red meat? Why do you think red meat is good for you? I said it. One of the things red meat has is creatine. And what is creatine for? Creatine replenishes your ATP. That's your adenosine triphosphate. It's your body's energy currency. When you're training, ATP, that's adenosine triphosphate, loses one of its phosphates, becomes adenosine diphosphate, and creatine lends one phosphate to ADP to make it back into ATP. So basically, creatine recharges your battery, and there's a lot of creatine in red meat. So don't forget that. Red meat is something that will give you more energy. Most of my clients who are eating red meat said, Eddie, I've got so much energy because of the way I eat. You get energy through creatine. Carnosine, that's the second thing. Carnosine neutralizes lactic acid. So when you're training, you can actually train harder, train more intensely. So red meat contains carnosine, which makes you train harder. Back in the day, we used to actually take carnosine supplements. We used to get it from the health food shop. Most of the nutrition companies at the time used to come out with supplements like that until whey protein was discovered. Coenzyme Q10. Coenzyme Q10 is supposed to increase your muscle power and supposed to also break down fats for energy more efficiently. These are only 3 things that I'm going to mention that you can find in red meat. I always insist on my clients, I always insisted that they included red meat and eggs into their daily dietary regimen. In fact, I truly believe that you can actually live on steak and eggs for a long time. That's practically what I eat almost every day. And I feel the best I've ever felt. I'm holding on to muscle. And I don't do anything else. I just don't really eat many plants. My diet's complete carnivore. I eat fish and all that sometimes. But my go-to food is red meat. I eat red meat every single day. And I love it. So what I'm trying to say is this. Instead of drinking all these protein powders and protein potions and protein stuff that they make, just stop and start eating single ingredient food, especially red meat. Include that in your diet and you find there'll be a big difference in your muscle building. Now, guys, if you enjoyed this video, just give us a like and subscribe to our channel because it helps us grow so we can provide more content for you. See ya.